Hello, I'm Desi and I draw and I talk about stuff. I think social media is killing us. I know that sounds extreme, but I really think that social media is having a real dire impact on our collective vibration. I think social media is this portal. It's this portal and this vortex that just siphons our attention. If you really think about it, we're pouring so much of our vital life force, energy, and attention into this screen. And our mind is in there. It's in that realm of scrolling, of looking, of bouncing around from thing to thing, of then thinking about, if we really stop and audit the thoughts that social media brings to our minds, when we're in that realm, what kind of thoughts we're having, what the frequency of our thoughts are. It's really interesting to think about and to really audit that. And yes, I'm fully aware that you can be very conscientious with how you use social media. You can spend time dialing the algorithm to only show you things that are of a particular frequency or vibration. And some people have done that, and kudos to you. That's amazing. But I don't know. I feel like it's cooking us a little bit. I have two phones. I have my main phone that is, the phone I use day to day. And then I have a work phone that, has to be on Wi-Fi. And it's an old phone that I just keep around for art and concepting and things like that. I use it to collect reference photos and I use it for my art and stuff. And since I work so heavily on Instagram, most of my commission projects that I have right now, most of the opportunities and things that I'm working on right now came through social media. It's like anything, there's duality. It works in different ways, it works across a spectrum. And I took Instagram off my main phone and left it on my secondary phone so that I can still respond to DMs and things like that. So even though I still have access to Instagram, it not being on my main phone, I'm not really on it. I'm not going to it. I'm going to it maybe once or twice a day for 30 seconds to check my messages, and then my phone goes back to just being that I'm just not using it anymore. And in just these few days, I've had so much more energy. I realized how much of my actual vital energy had been going into this digital world, this realm that doesn't really exist, but it also feels like all your people are there. And not being on it has given me back literal energy to do more things, whereas regularly I'd be tired at this point in the day, and not having social media as a part of my daily routine, I had more time, and I had more time to meditate, and suddenly I realized I have all this idle time, and then I've been taking just those 20 minutes to stretch, to meditate, to just pause and just move slower and just exist and just raw dog life with no technology and just sit in the room and feel. And as I've been doing that in these 10-minute spurts that maybe I would have spent on social media, I'm not only am I having new ideas that are coming from actual myself and from source and not from my phone, I have more energy to carry out these ideas. It's a thing, man. It's a thing. And I know everyone is kind of can feel it. I know everyone can kind of feel it. I feel like it's really doing something to us as a people. And I think a big reason for that is these huge technology companies, they're preying on our drives as beings, as human. Our social belonging and community is so important to us. We are social creatures, and they've replicated one of the biggest elements, maybe the biggest element of the human experience is the social aspect, the love, the community, the relational aspect. They've reproduced that in a digital realm that they control and profit off of. So it's this kind of like carnal, instinctive thing and drive and attraction we have toward community. And now it's like we have this phone. Now it's like we have this device where we can just turn it on and we can be in the village. We can be with the people, all our friends, our family, our community is on here, and we can just pop in and say hi, and we can see what other people are doing, and we can comment and give support, and it's beautiful. It's lovely. When you use it in those ways, it really is lovely. And I'd be the first one to admit that half of my relationships and friendships that I have right now are only here and still here because I moved away for 9 years, but I stayed in touch with people on Instagram, on social media. And when I moved back, it felt like we never missed a beat. We know what's happening in each other's lives. Oh, I heard you got that job. Oh, didn't you go to Switzerland for a couple months? How was that? We were locked in because of social media. So what I want people to see is it's this entity, it's this orb. In a lot of my art, I like to depict these orbs, and they're just supposed to be these catch-all sentiments, these ideas, these complex, holistic concepts and elements that maybe I don't know how to put into words. I call them intangibles, and so I just put them all and attach them all to an item, a figure, a sphere. And social media is a sphere, and it includes all of its sides. It includes all the good stuff. It includes all the bad stuff. It's just this holistic thing, and I think we just need to understand this beast. And here's the thing. I guess this is what I'm getting at. I think we all know the benefits of social media. I think we all know how it allows us to stay connected and all this stuff. But I don't feel like I feel like most people kind of feel, oh, I don't really like social media. But I feel like on a collective, holistic human scale, we should look at just a little bit deeper, just a little bit, what this effect is on our energy, on our vitality, on the patterns, our brain patterns. I realized that over the past few years, my brain patterns have changed, and it's affected my nervous system, my breathing. I've been moving less than human, especially being someone who, works in social media, and I do produce content for my business and things like that. I don't know. I think it might not just be social media. I think it's the digital realm in general. I think it's all the things we're able to do in this digital space. It just takes us out of this world. I really think it's easier for us to relate to the digital world now because, I don't know, I low-key feel like we're more tethered to the digital world than the real one. That has become our primary world, and then we step out of it, and then we come to the real world, and we're like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do stuff out here. And then you can't wait to get back to social media. You can't wait to get back into the world of TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. It's something. It's something to think about. It's just something to think about. And I really want us on a big scale to just start to audit where our energy is, how we feel in our chest, in our lungs, in our throat, in our tummies. Do we feel grounded? When we look around the world and we look in our physical communities, if we feel like we're a part of those communities, and if we feel like this is our primary world, I think there's a slip happening where this physical space is no longer the primary world for a lot of people, especially kids who've grown up with iPhones now. I honestly feel blessed that I grew up with one of them razors. Oh, I had a Rumor Touch and then like a Razor or whatever. Like I had so many random phones. Then I had an LG Viper. If you know, you know, bro. Like, let's just say I wasn't getting sucked into any realms with these phones. But Apple iPhone, they're doing something. They're creating this drug. They're creating this thing that they know is low key coded and created for us to be biologically addicted to it. And they don't care because that addiction is the value. It's like we're offering you this value, and you give us back all this money and all this data that we can use to make more stuff that will continue to siphon your energy. Woo, the world we live in. Anyway, just connect back to our sources. Luckily, I have art, and art is what tethers me back to the physical world. Putting all my energy and attention into this work is how I ensure that I come back home on a regular basis. But anyway, I just wanted to pop in. It's first thing in the morning. I'm going to go walk my dog now. I hope you had a great day. I hope you enjoyed the drawing. This is a format that I want to use going forward and just chat about stuff. I was putting way too much importance on these videos. I was recording all the time, but never published them because I wasn't sure how I wanted the format to be or how to package it. I'm over all that, and I just want to document stuff. So if you liked it, please let me know in the comments if you like this format. If you had any thoughts or if you have any feelings about social media or how you maneuver with it, because the world is just going to keep going and keep going and keep going. I would love to hear your thoughts or if this video brought up anything for you. Also, feel free to subscribe and stay in this ecosystem. Yeah, I really do appreciate all of you guys' comments and things like that. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye.